Let's talk about the caste system, the real meaning, and what the Shastras say about it. There is a Vedic phrase which says Janamana Jayate Shudraha, which means everyone, including you and me, is born as Shudra. The reason I picked this particular sloka is because it's very direct in telling that the caste doesn't come with birth, rather it comes with what we do. Now the sacred Bhagavad Gita chapter 18 verse 41 also confirms this. Brahmana Kshatriya Visham Shudranam cha parantapa Karmani prabhibhaktani Swabhava prabhavai gunehi. The duties of Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya and Shudra are distributed according to their qualities, by their gunas and not by birth. So in a clear sense, everyone is born a Shudra, those who get knowledge and move up the ladder. It's like we call someone a businessman, likewise the Vedas calls him Vaishya. And when we call a person working in an army as a military person, Vedas calls him Kshatriya. The caste also heavily based on the knowledge, and the great example is Sri Parashurama. He was born to a mixed caste family. He was both a warrior and a sage, but still he was always known as a Brahmana because of his knowledge. Parashurama's story also talks about the intercaste marriage of Brahmana and Kshatriya, giving an idea that there was no caste bias in the original traditions of Hinduism. Now let's dive a little deep into the Shastras to exactly understand the caste system. Let's take Padma Purana. A devotee should never be considered as Shudra. All the devotees of the Supreme Personality of Godhead should be recognized as Bhagavatas. If one is not a devotee, however, if he is born in a Brahmana, Kshatriya or Vaishya family, he should be considered as Shudra. The Bhagavata Purana, 7th canto, 11th chapter and 35th text also confirms this. If one shows the symptoms of being a Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya or Shudra as described above, even if he has appeared in different class, he should be accepted according to those symptoms of classification. Let me clear out something. Manusmriti says that the Brahmana can become a Shudra and vice versa based on one's knowledge. So where did all the caste chaos start? It is very difficult to say, but I have something very interesting to share. Going back to the history, the greatest poet saints, Alvars, came from different backgrounds including Shudras. The Alvars existed during the 5th century and the 9th century CE. Not only them, but tons and tons of poets and the great saints were all Shudras like Valmiki, Kalidasa, Avyar, etc. So what exactly happened after 9th century? According to history, by the 14th century, caste discrimination was at its peak. Some of the early poets who never wrote anything related to caste started writing about it, mainly about uniting people, like Ravidasa, Kanakadasa, Annamaya, Namdev and many more. Digging through the history, around 13th century was a massive turning point for Indians, mainly Hindus, because that is when the Muslim conquest in the Indian subcontinent began. The Muslim conquest in the Indian subcontinent mainly took place between 13th and 18th centuries. The Delhi Sultanate in 1206 spread across India and with it even Islam. In the 14th century, the Khilji dynasty under Alauddin Khilji extended Muslim rule southwards to Gujarat, Rajasthan and the Deccan. The successor Tughlaq dynasty temporarily expanded its territorial reach to Tamil Nadu. The disintegration of Delhi's Sultanate, capped by Taimur's invasion in 1398, caused several Muslim sultanates and dynasties to emerge across the Indian subcontinent, such as Gujarat Sultanate, Malwa, Bhami, Bengal, Madurai and many more. Was this coincidence or was it done on purpose? Well, Hindus were powerful, united and knowledgeable. Therefore, Muslim rulers wanted to change their mind. They started converting Shudras into Muslims and started ruling over the others. And maybe this is when the concept of discrimination against the caste became bigger. And I'm sad to say that even at this stage, it's been following. It's hilarious there are innumerable castes now, just like innumerable genders. Swastik.